Hey guys, welcome back! You came back. Have you guys ever heard of Aisle 21? Have you heard of it? They're pretty great. They're a small company. Here's what I think. I like and I don't like their liquids. Gotta be honest. I like their liquids for things. I like their top coat, base coat for ombre if you're new to dipping and your cuticle line always seems to dry before you can clean it up. Placing glitter. Anything that you need it to be like slow drying for, this would be my recommendation for a base. I found it kind of irritating in some instances because if I was just regular dipping into it, especially when I was doing my swatches, I was like, oh my goodness, why is this taking so long? But if you need it for a certain thing, it's great for those things. I also found it to be very sensitive, we'll say. I used it the very first time when I was doing the swatches and I forgot that I wasn't using my regular triple vitamin base and I went activator and then straight into this and I didn't wait 2 minutes first and I didn't wipe it off and found that it got a little bit stringy after that. It came back to life after a few uses, so it wasn't that big of a deal. It didn't like clump up or wasn't bad, but that was mostly my fault because I wasn't being careful, but also these are liquids that you're gonna have to be careful with and there are other liquids that you don't have to be as careful with. Activator I found to be fine. I mean, it's activator. Activator is activator is activator is activator. But these colors, I really like these colors. I don't know why I'm kind of falling out of love of like really chunky glitters. Personally, I don't think this is a bad one. I think it's beautiful and definitely different. I really love Onyx. And the thing that's really great about Onyx is it's got like some pink glitter in it, which is really, it's so cute. It's such a cute like black, but like also kind of girly. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then there is November and Royal Family, which are both like these burnt orange brown kind of colors. And then we have May, which is a green color. Anyway, today's video, not only am I going to show you Aisle 21, but I'm also going to show you how to do a solid ombre, which is a skill that everybody should have. It's not easy, but anyway, so these are both solid colors. So I've not done a solid color ombre for my channel yet, so this will be interesting. I've already prepped and everything, my nails. So when you do like a solid ombre, I like to make sure that I kind of start pretty close to my cuticle actually. I do like the brush on these liquids. I'm going to do the darker color towards the base of my finger. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing since it's like a new angle I'm trying. I'll turn it off. I don't know. And it's okay if like the first time around it doesn't turn out perfectly because I'm gonna do it 2 more times probably. Though these liquids are much thicker, so we'll see how it looks after 2. Ombreing tends to go on thinner just in general. So. We'll take our toothpick as always and go right around the edges just to make sure we got that clean cuticle line. Okay. Fluffy brush, dust off, and I dust off upways, so we're going to take this way. And a lot of that came off, which is fine. And I like to go back and forth between which color I do first. So I started with that darker color, so I'm going to start with the lighter color this time. You can just tap it on real thick at the tip because you want it to be nice and solid right there. And as you come up, you kind of sprinkle a little bit more. And just a little bit more. And that's probably good. Tap it off. And dark color. And you kind of want to overlap that line a little bit from where your light color is. Tap it off. And it's okay if you get a little bit of the other color in your color, it's perfectly fine. Like, I used to worry about that, but then I realized it's such a little amount, it's not gonna make a difference. We'll let that set for a minute. I have noticed the Aisle 21 liquids take longer to set, which is good for some things. It could be good for beginners because it gives you more time to work. It could be good for ombreing because, again, it gives you more time to work. It could be good for placing glitters or encapsulating because it's also thicker and takes longer to dry. Personally, I like a faster drying base and a thinner base, but that's preference. All right, dust that off. And we'll definitely do one more coat of that. Okay. Start again with the dark this time. Toothpick right in there. Let that set for a minute. Some people really like these liquids, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is really, I mean, I definitely recommend trying all liquids until you figure out which liquids work best for you. Dust it off, and I think after 3 we're pretty good. Okay, so I readjusted so you guys might be able to see better because I kind of was out of frame there for a second. Back to ombreing. Next finger. This kind of reminds me of like pumpkin spice, like a lot. So if you struggle with getting your cuticle, like it dries around your cuticle and you don't have time to clean up your cuticle line, these liquids might be really good for you because, again, they take a while to dry. And again, you just kind of want to overlap the colors a little bit. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. set for a minute. We'll clean up the cuticle line first and then let that set for a minute and we'll go on to the next finger. And again, it's okay. You can see that some of the light got in there. You just stir that in. It's perfectly fine. There's way more dark. It's gonna be okay. And a little bit of dark got into this one, as you can see. Just stir it in. Just fine. All right. Last finger. And that's what it looks like dusted off. And turning your finger from side to side really helps to get the sides, because you don't want to forget those. And these fluffier brushes, like I know I said that I liked using that more narrow brush, but it's good for glitter ombres. These more fluffier brushes are much better for flat colors. So it just picks up and disperses the color much better. That looks very much like I just did a line, but I promise you it's gonna turn out okay. Guys, it looks like, doesn't it remind you of pumpkin spice? I'm really digging it actually. Okay. Oops, got it on my skin a little bit. That's okay, just wipe that off. And I think actually I'm gonna start with the light again this time. It just seems to be a lighter color that's a little more translucent. And I'm gonna try and get it a little more opaque. by starting with it. And whatever color you start with is obviously it's going to sink into the liquid better because the liquid's not dried up yet. So it tends to be the darker color. But I think it's going to work out just fine. Yes. I really like it. Let me close these up and throw some activator on. So again, that's Sandy. And Royal Family. I'm gonna put activator. Activate. See, never throw out the baby with the bathwater. You never know what it's gonna turn out looking like until you activate, and then you can just see how pretty it is. And I'm flinging activator all over the place. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna buff and I'm gonna file, and I will be right back to show you guys a picture of the final product. Hope you found something useful out of my ombre. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Comments. I love your comments, guys. I love responding to your comments. I like hearing your comments. I like hearing advice and what you want to hear in the future. And, you know, obviously subscribe, because why not be a part of this nail community? Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm kind of fucking drunk. I will see you next time. Bye. I straightened my hair today. What do you think? Does it look good? I never straighten my hair. I always use my curling wand. It's a wand. And I just like put curls in it. Anyway, that was weird.